Welcome, everybody, to the Genesis Mindset. And in this particular episode, first of all, I'd like to say hello, everyone. It's been a bit of a hiatus. It's been about a month. So basically, I had to attend a family emergency on the other side of Australia. So I'm living over here by myself, and on the other side is the rest of my family. So I had to go and attend that. Didn't bring all my gear. So it has been about a month. And I basically kind of took a bit of a hiatus from social media just to kind of be with the family and be attentive there and take everything in. So with that, let's get into the episode, because this episode basically is just, is it time to start buying the ATROPA ecosystem tokens again? So I was actually calling this about a month or two ago, where I thought the 1 cent mark for pDAI marked the top. So what do you guys think? Do you think we have actually topped? And when I say top, I'm actually just talking about interim, like mid-season tops. So we have a few months up, a month down, a few months up, month down. My prediction was that we have actually had that 1 cent mark, or it got to 0.009. So my prediction was that was the top. So let's actually see how this is actually going, because I actually haven't really been looking too much at this myself. So going first of all into the big daddy Pulsechain versus ATROPA. So at the moment, this is the price of ATROPA compared to the US dollar. So it has had about a 51% dip. Pulsechain, this is okay. So Pulsechain has had like a 70% dip, a plus 70% dip from the top to where it is now at the bottom. And it's still going down. It's still going down. So over a 70% dip. Now, if we look at it compared to Pulsechain, so this is why I'm kind of a little bit bearish on the ecosystem, because this has had a 70% dip, but against ATROPA, against WPLS, I mean, realistically, it should just keep going up, but it hasn't. It's actually been going down as well. So hang on, that's a lie, because it essentially, let's have a look at this. So let's have a look at these dates. So we had the 8th of March. Yep, around about the 8th of March. So we've had this inverse relationship. We have had this generally inverse relationship. So as Pulsechain was going down, ATROPA was going up. So we have had this generally inverse relationship, which is why I was a little concerned, because once Pulsechain starts to go back up, so if we just zoom out a little bit on Pulsechain, so obviously the top of Pulsechain was almost a 3 cent, 0.00028, so almost the 0.0003. And so as Pulsechain starts to come up, so when Pulsechain starts to recover and break its highs, the reverse is going to start to happen with ATROPA. So ATROPA is going to start to come down. So that's why it's like, how much lower can Pulsechain go? That's why I'm thinking, oh, it's probably getting close. I wanted it to break all-time high, but the fact that it hasn't, even with this gigantic dip, yes, the inverse relationship with the liquidity bonding, but it also means probably people aren't buying as much ATROPA with their Pulsechain as what might have happened previously in the past. So very interesting across the board. So now going to all the different charts. So here's ATROPA. So now DAI. So this is what I was talking about. So DAI. So this is to US dollars. So I'm still essentially waiting for this. I'm waiting for I want a 90% dip. Have we reached the point where we're going to start to get the 90% dip? Because if this was our all-time high and it got down to, so minus 60% dip. So honestly, this is where I would start to scale in. We're almost at a 60% dip at the moment. So if I was looking at buying, if I had funds to be buying pDAI, this is where I'd be starting to buy it. I'd scale in now. I'd look at getting some more at, say, the 80% mark, negative 80, or maybe around here, these levels here, because these are some key levels, as you can see here. So whether you call these levels or Moon King refers to these as magnets, it's up to you. So it can come down to here. So this is about the 80% mark, and it can go even lower. So how much more you want to put in, like realistically, the lower it goes, the more you would be wanting to put in. So if it gets down to these levels, I don't think it will, but if it does, this is where you'd be wanting to go, like really balls deep. So again, this is against the US dollar. Let's actually have a look at it against Pulsechain. And it's exactly the same story, Pulsechain as the ATROPA story. So the fact that Pulsechain could potentially start to recover, and this did break its all-time high against Pulsechain, then to me it's like, oh, we could be entering into like a bear season. What does that actually mean? A bear season just means, it doesn't mean that it's game over. Like, I'm just being real. I don't believe that it's just going to keep going up. I know people want to believe these narratives, but I don't think it will. So if I say bear season, that was 2 months of sideways. So potentially, if we say this was the top, you know, where I'm looking at this, that it's going to be potentially coming down for the next month or two. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. What do you guys think? So I was saying this in some of the chats, and people were saying, no, it's going to break the 1 cent mark, and it still might. It might not do this. That's one possible scenario. The other possible scenario is that's the little bottom, and then it's going to like break it, and then it's going to have its big dip after that. So we don't know how it's going to happen. These are just my speculations, so not financial advice, as always. Teddy Bear has always been a leader. So if we start to see Teddy Bear doing anything in terms of recovery, then we'll definitely expect some kind of recovery with the rest of the ATROPA ecosystem. And Teddy Bear is looking quite strong in the US dollar. Same story. It's going to be exactly the same story. You can see the story playing out again and again. Teddy Bear has started to have like a nice little pump here. Again, I am waiting for a massive dip like this. I do have some Pulsechain where I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going all in. I'll be waiting for like a 90% dip before I go all in. I wouldn't say I'm satisfied. There's always like, well, I'm so bullish on this ecosystem. I would definitely love more, but I have to be satisfied with what I have at the minute. For some reason, okay. Now the final one. Why did my mouse just stop working all of a sudden? Here we go. Now the final one. Sorry, give me a second. My mouse is just... Okay, the final one. So I'm not going to go through all the ATROPA ecosystem tokens, just the 3 core tokens. Everything else is looking... I mean, BFF, it's still... I mean, gosh, let it get to 8K, guys. So there's BFF. And then Mantissa is looking pretty damn good. And then there was Discovery. Discovery was all the hype. And I mean, this is so... It's just so disappointing. Like, I bought some and I haven't sold. And I'm pretty sure it's back to my buy-in level. Like, people just... So weak-handed, man. What's wrong with you guys? Like, okay, BFF as well. It's got to get to 8K. Then we're thickening up the liquidity. That was the plan. This is where it's like, as much as I would love, like if I look at the pDAI narrative, as much as I would love pDAI to hit the dollar, I don't think it's going to hit $1 and stay there at the beginning. I think it's probably going to do exactly the same as what it's done now. It's probably going to get to like the 90-cent mark. It's going to have a massive dump, but it's going to be signs of where it can actually possibly go. So that's how I see the whole ATROPA ecosystem. There's still too much selling, and this has always been my reservation in terms of how I understand the human mind. Humans are greedy, and even myself, man. Like I'm not greedy. I have a little bit of greed in me, yes, but I'm looking at the market and going, okay, I want to be the person that says, right, let's hold to $1, but I know everybody else is going to be selling. So then in my mind, it's like, well, then I'm going to sell some too, because I don't want to be the only one sitting in this 90% dip when I could have taken some profits and bought some more at the bottom. This is what the whales are doing, man. The whales are the ones that are determining the market. So they'll get to the 90% mark. They'll dump the crap out of it. Then they're going to rebuy the dip. I want to play that game as well. I'd love to tell you guys, don't sell. Let's just hold to the $1 mark. But I know that there's going to be people that are going to be selling. So rather be honest and say, well, I'm probably going to do some selling as well with a certain percentage of my portfolio. But you better believe your boy's going to be creating some liquidity pools at those points as well, because as it goes down, the volume on that is going to be delicious. So with that very short episode, very welcome back. Hello, everybody. And tonight, so Australian time, about 1 a.m. my time, I'm going to be doing a stream with OG Web Chef. So we're going to be talking about some of his unique tokens that he's created supporting the ATROPA ecosystem, some of his tokens that he's created like Finfire, OG Web Chef, and talking about all the things that he's cooking up. So this is a chat that I was hoping to have a few months ago, but just things fell through, didn't happen. So stay tuned. So that's going to be about 8 a.m. American PST time. So what's that? Pacific Standard Time. So stay tuned for that, folks. And I'll see you tonight. And take care.